everybody! My enemies call me Suckerbeard, but my friends call me Captain. Today we are going to sail through a few not so impressive figures in marine biology. Anyway, first up is James Cameron.
I was born in Ontario, Canada, and I was the first person to solo dive all the way down to Challenger Deep. And I created a documentary film of me doing so.
See what I mean? Not so impressive. I deep solo dive all the time.
But did you collect samples and discover new species on the way? I also directed Avatar.
I see that.
Okay, and I can see your bald spot.
What are you talking about? No, I don't.
Yeah, okay, sure. As I was saying, I directed Avatar, The Titanic, and Terminator 1 and 2. Plus, my work as a National Geographic explorer spread awareness of marine science while bringing entertainment to millions.
Okay, that's enough with you. Now we're in Bikini Bottom to talk to Stephen Hillenburg, who studied marine biology by making comics and cartoons.
Hey, that's not fair. I created SpongeBob, which helps kids understand marine biology without feeling like they're learning.
They didn't feel like they were learning about marine biology because they weren't. All they learned from the show was that mayonnaise is not an instrument and that scallops swim.
Okay, well, those are true, aren't they? And when I taught marine biology at Orange County Ocean Institute, the comics that I made the students were very helpful.
Whatever helps you sleep at night. Anything else you want to share, SpongeBob boy?
I was raised in California where I found a special interest in tide pools. This led me to do some research in tide pool ecology along with sea creature diversity and adaptations. I was inspired by Jacques Cousteau's documentary films. Later in my life, my wife and I founded Stephen Hillenburg Marine Science Research Award Endowment to help fund undergraduate marine science research projects.
Kind of cocky naming it after yourself, don't you think? Okay. Next! And now we are in the Galapagos, talking to Charles Darwin.
I was born in England in 1809, enrolled in medical school at 16, and then studied theology before setting sail on the HMS Beagle in 1831. While aboard the boat, I served as a naturalist, taking lots of notes on the animals and plants we encountered, especially barnacles. Lots of barnacles.
Barnacles? Really? Why?
I met Mr. Arthur Balanis.
Who?
A barnacle without a shell. Weird, right? I became obsessed. I spent 8 years studying barnacles and came away with the theory of natural selection, the idea that gradual change accumulates over time and causes species to form. This represented a paradigm shift in science.
So you're like, actually, kind of a big deal.
You could say that. I also parsed out the theory of coral atoll formation. They originally form around volcanoes, but as volcanoes subside, the coral sticks around.
Okay, but didn't you, marry your cousin?
Anyways.
And, didn't 3 of your kids die in early childhood?
That was unrelated.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. Moving right along. And now we're visiting the deep sea to see Edward Forbes, a strange, lonely man.
Well, I think it's unfair to call me lonely. After all, I was surrounded by knowledge. I'm from the Isle of Man, and I've studied art, medicine, botany, natural history, and marine biology, just to name a few, though most like to refer to me as a simple naturalist. I've published over 100 papers on the subjects of my travels.
Ned, and what did that even do for you?
When I was aboard the HMS Beacon, I dredged the Aegean and the Mediterranean. I observed and sketched all sorts of life, both plants and animals, and I investigated the ocean's geology too. Actually, I improved and popularized dredging.
But isn't dredging bad for marine life?
Now don't make things up. Everyone loved dredging. As I was saying, all this dredging taught me one very important thing, my famous azoic theory. You see, there's no life below 300 fathoms in the ocean. Marine life becomes less and less diverse the deeper you dredge, until eventually there is none.
I hate to burst your bubble.
Also, Darwin credits me with the theory stating that many oceanic islands used to connect to the mainland. So you could say I'm a pretty big deal.
Right, but it sounds like Darwin presented that theory, not you. You know, I almost feel bad for you. But anyway, now we're moving on to a real big name. I think that says Plato? Aristotle. Give me a break. What other 2-year-olds do you know that can read? Just because you should be a ghost doesn't mean you can criticize. Grandpa here was born in 384 BC. He was born in and went to school in Greece.
And I studied under Plato, who was my mentor. He helped me form the foundation of my beliefs, along with my understanding of physics, logic, mathematics.
Yeah. And you wrote some philosophy on your own, like the Nicomachean Ethics, blah blah blah. We care about the mighty sea.
That was for my son. I would appreciate if you would respect my work a little more. I'm probably one of the most referenced figures in history, though I guess I don't need an octopus's approval, but I digress. Yes, I have done a lot of work for marine biology.
Yeah, you know all about micromates. For being an old fart, you were right about a lot of things. Dolphins being mammals was sure surprising. Thought they had nothing to do with nasty land lubbers.
Don't forget about my work with urchins and crabs, along with a few symbiotic relationships. I made a lot of headway into taxonomy before Linnaeus was even around. I discovered a fair amount about your anatomy specifically.
Well, that's just uncomfortable. Now that we have completed our voyage together, I consider all of you honorary members of my crew. I'll be counting on you guys if I ever have some hitchhiking barnacles to deal with. Good luck on your journeys across the 7 seas.
Yar!